recently in Blick and I bought a lot of stuff, and so they gave me this free samples of their economy acrylic, which I've never tried before. So I thought we would go ahead and try it out. I thought I would start with a color wheel, which is what I'm set up here to do. So I'm gonna see how they work. There are no there's nothing written on here except economy acrylic polymer. It says shake well before using. Do not mix with oils or turpentine. I mean, pretty standard acrylic stuff here. So this color is primary blue, primary magenta, and primary yellow. So this should make a very basic color wheel. We'll find out. So far, the most difficult part of these is getting these stupid caps off, because they don't, you can see they don't come off in one piece. They seem to come off in little bits. Okay, so after putting together my color wheel, here are my observations. So all the paint colors are very transparent, because notice you can see the black lines, no problem, through the paint. When you mix them out, they're not that highly pigmented, so it gets very pale very quickly, and some of the lighter colors sort of very much look the same across the spectrum. Also, mixing with black, very light touch. Again, that's just a pigment load issue because there just isn't enough, but pretty colors, really nice. And I would say the consistency is more like, it's not, if you look how it pools here, it's not a hard body and it's not a fluid, it's a soft body. It definitely feels more towards fluid than towards heavy bodied. So, but definitely a fun palette. So I'm going to try doing some gelatin printing with them and see how they do at that. So I have my gelatin plate and I'm going to try a very, I'm not sure how much paint to put out. That's always the first test when you try using a new acrylic paint. How much paint do you need to cover your plate? Okay, so I can tell since my ghost print is very pale that, you know, that was sort of the perfect amount to put on in the first plate, so that it just did one pull. So now let's create a layered print. So even though it's transparent, I still got some clarity of my layers, which is nice to see. And the paint had enough open time that I still managed to pick up a print from under the stencil, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to try mixing in, well, let's try mixing over the darkest color, which is the blue, and see what happens. I can even see, I don't know if you can see it, there's a slight impression left from the previous stencil. So let's just clean up the plate using this print. I have a little too much paint on the plate for my taste, but I think it's going to be fine. Let's pick a different stencil and see how it goes. Okay, so I can see the text, and obviously having a little too much paint on there maybe was a good thing, but I can still see there's a lot in here, so let's clean up. This is why I try not to put too much paint out, because I like to be able to just have my mono print or one print. So that's actually 3 impressions. Let's see if I can actually get a 4th out of here. I put so much paint down. Okay, peel off the stencil, and it looks like there's more than enough paint on here to pick up an impression. So let's see. I have a piece of painted deli paper here that I'll just So obviously yellow on there, a little more faint. I actually think there's probably enough paint on the stencil to also get some more paint off there. Sure enough, there is. And I can use a different part of this to pick up some more of that. Okay. You can see that picked some more up right there. Okay, I'd like to try this again, but with less paint. Let's see if we can arrange for that. Yeah, I'm starting to get a dirty plate, so I'm getting a lot more interesting variation, which I really like. Super cool. I love this stencil. I think it really, all those shapes, really neat. And now on this junk piece of paper, we'll continue to layer. And I did pick up some of those shapes. You can see them on here. I suspect that this paint is so transparent that even if I put down a layer of it, I'm using a very little amount of paint for a super thin layer. Look how transparent it is. Like I can still see through the plate to my messy work surface underneath. So that gives you a sense of the level of transparency. But I suspect that I can actually overprint this piece and essentially get a background color. Oh yeah. Can you see that? So it's so transparent that I can still see all the different layers of printing. The text is there, right? That blue shape is there. The shapes are there. The vine is in here, you know, and I've managed to get that red on top. So that's one of the advantages of transparency. I would say, having played with these only a little bit, they're definitely economy acrylics, meaning they don't have a lot of pigment in them. They're perfectly fine. I can see the uses that they have, especially taking advantage of the transparency. They're not going to be my go-to, like I'm not going to go out and buy every color, but you know, I'll keep them in my stash and I'll use them. Perfectly fine. Is that... that's the way I would put it. It's perfectly fine, but not my first choice for paint.